Hello from Myrtle Beach. Today we are going to take a walk down this gorgeous beach on this beautiful day, and we are going to tell you exactly what Myrtle Beach is really like in the month of January. Hi, I'm Carmen. If you're new here, we cover everything in Myrtle Beach and the surrounding area. And if you're a return viewer, welcome back. We are so glad to have you with us. So as you can see, it is a stunning January day today. It is so beautiful. It started out in the 30s, but now we're already up in the 50s with this bright sun. It actually feels pretty fantastic. So we are going to cover weather, crowds, what's open in January, and what's closed. And we're also going to talk about the events in January and other pros and cons of coming during the month of January to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. So first, let's talk about the weather since I mentioned the temperatures. We do have a video where we go into more depth about the winter. It's just a winter weather video for Myrtle Beach, but we give each month's high and low averages and that kind of thing. So if you want that level of detail, you can go to our channel, search for Carmen and Brian Myrtle Beach winter weather, and that should come up for you and you can watch that. But let's talk about the weather in generalities. January, you can have a huge amount of variability. Last week we had weather that was high 60s, so it was very pleasant. This week it's quite chilly. In fact, they are predicting we may have some nights in the 20s. Now I know our friends up north are laughing right now. That probably sounds wonderful to you, but it's pretty cold for here. That's about as cold as it gets here. It usually doesn't last. It's like one night that's super cold, but right now I would say things are trending towards the chilly. But the way the weather goes here, you can still have a day that's close to 70, like in the high 60s. And it very rarely, and I'm talking super rarely, snows or sleets or anything here. That is not a normal occurrence here. And even if it happens, it melts pretty much right away. So you don't have to worry about that kind of messy weather when you're here. January is also out of hurricane season. Hurricane season runs from June to November. So you don't have to worry about that while you're here. But we can get severe weather no matter what time of year it is, because we are on the ocean. We were here for Winter Storm Grayson. Again, we have a video of that. I believe that was 2018. And there was sleet on the ground, extreme cold, like where it didn't really break freezing even during the day. That is very, very, very unusual here, but it does happen. So I just want to mention it. You know, when you come and you pack your clothes for January, you might want to bring shorts and a sweatshirt if you're the type that can handle that, or bring the long pants, or both. But also bring some stuff in case it's bitter cold, because it can turn cold on a dime without a lot of warning. Also, if you're not used to living in a windy area, the wind here can make it way colder than the actual temperature. If it's windy, and we have some very windy days, even when there's no storm, there's the Skywheel going, it can get like 15 degrees lower than the actual temperature just from the wind. So it can make it really bitter cold. Like, so a day in the 40s might feel like a day in the 20s. And so definitely bring, mittens, hats, all that stuff, just in case you need it. You might not, but just bring it. And also check, of course, the weather apps before you come. That's always a good thing to do as well. Now, why would you want to come in January? Well, there's a few reasons. It is not crowded at all, as you can see. It is just not crowded, and certain things will still be crowded at certain times, but once you get past New Year's, it won't be particularly crowded, and so that is nice. I mean, it depends on what you like. If you like a lot of kinetic energy and lots of people, then that might not be your thing, but if you want to relax and enjoy the beach, great time of the year to do it. Very chill, very relaxed. Another huge reason to come in January is the prices. January and February are the lowest prices of the year for hotels. You can get more discounts at restaurants and that kind of thing. It is the best time of the year for deals. Also, there are some really good deals if you are able to stay for a full month or longer. You need to check with whatever you're renting from, whether it's a hotel or a Airbnb or whatever. Vrbo, anything that you're renting, rental companies, definitely check to see if they have any long-term rental deals if you are in a position to do that, whether you be working from home or if you're retired or whatever your situation. If you can stay for a long time, great time of the year to do it. Now, as far as what's open and what's closed, most things are actually open. This didn't used to be the case, but most things stay open. There are a few local restaurants, not the chains, but a few local restaurants that will close down for January and February. The Family Kingdom Amusement Park closes for the winter. that's about it. That's about all I can think of offhand. However, if you have a favorite restaurant or business, definitely call or check them, make sure they're open before you go. But if you want to be sure that things are open, just go to the Market Common, Broadway at the Beach, Barefoot Landing. All of those places are open. Their stores and restaurants are open. So that way you don't have to worry about going somewhere and things being closed and not being able to, basically eat or shop where you wanted to. Also, if you're here in early January, definitely check Tanger Outlet for sales. There are 2 Tanger outlets in Myrtle Beach. There is one at 501. There's another one, 17, up right at the edge of North Myrtle Beach. So definitely check those out for sales if you're right after Christmas. So I would say the whole month of January, there's probably some pretty good sales at those outlets. So I would definitely check that out. That's another pro. Also, if you're here, check the coupon books. There's a Monster coupons, there's Big Buck coupons. Those are usually in the hotel lobbies or front of grocery stores. I would definitely check those out for good deals in January, as well as Groupon online. If you don't want to mess with the books, check for Groupon for different attraction coupons, because again, they're trying to pull everyone in that they can. I know we have some locals that watch these videos. If you're a local, definitely ask about local discounts. Some places that do not give local discounts during tourist season, they do during January and February, because obviously, again, not many crowds here, so they're trying to drive business into the area. So taking a little break here from January. This is Pier 14. They have a restaurant here, and then here is the pier. I do believe they charge a nominal fee to walk on this pier if you're curious. However, there are some free piers here in Myrtle Beach if you're interested. You do need to go a little south. There is the Garden City Pier, that's south of Myrtle Beach, that's free, and all to walk on, that is. And then you do have to pay to fish. And then if you've already paid to get into the Myrtle Beach State Park, their pier is no additional charge, but you do have to pay, to get into the state park to begin with. I know Brian's having to really duck. He's here with me because I had to duck to get under that. So let's talk about the events in the month of January. There are probably a few more that I don't have on here that are more minor events. So I'm not trying to cover every single thing. I'm just trying to cover the events I think you might enjoy if you are vacationing here. So the first event is both the Ripley's Aquarium Festival of the Trees and Brook Green Gardens Night of 1,000 Candles continue to January 5th. So those are basically Christmas/holiday events. And so those continue to January 5th. The Restaurant Week for South Carolina starts January 9th and runs through January 19th. It's an 11-day event with discounts at many participating restaurants in the Grand Strand. That's this area if you're not familiar with the Grand Strand. You can go to the Restaurant Week website. It's restaurantweeksouthcarolina.com for more information, so you can look up the participating restaurants if you are here during that time period and you're interested in discounts at the restaurants. Also, the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Parade is in downtown Myrtle Beach on January 18th at 10 a.m. And then even though this is in February, it's February 1st. So I wanted to go ahead and mention it just in case we don't get our February video like this. We do this every month. So if you're coming a certain month, you can actually look for our video from last year for information. Or like I said, you can wait till it comes out for your particular month. The Myrtle Beach Polar Plunge is February 1st from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Sands Ocean Club. And that is to raise money for Special Olympics. And it's actually a very fun event to come watch, even if you're not participating. As you may know, if you've heard of polar plunges before, it is people jumping in the ocean, and it is cold. Even if the temperature outside is not bad, the ocean water temperature this time of the year is quite cold and not comfortable. So they just sort of jump in and jump out, but it's for a great cause for the Special Olympics and definitely something fun to support. If you'd like to learn more about Myrtle Beach and the surrounding area, be sure to click on the video on your screen right now. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.